Hey y'all. So this is probably going to be a two-part video because it's a little long. I want to talk very quickly about risk. And by risk, I mean how much you can afford to lose. So if I'm talking about saving and investing, risk is how much I can afford to lose and how much I'm going to invest. And if I'm talking about saving, I'm talking about something I can't afford to lose. So I'm putting it in as saving. So in terms of what someone should save versus what someone should invest, I recommend that you have a nice little heart to heart with yourself and determine what you need savings for. For example, are you planning to buy a house anytime soon? Are you planning to put a down payment on a car anytime soon? Are you sending a kid to college? Do you have an emergency fund? Are you taking vacations? What is it that you're going to need money for in the immediate term? That term, 5 years or less, is your savings. That is where you're putting money that you need and do not want to lose. The other side, how much risk you're taking, the things you're willing to risk go in your investing. So that is your 401k. That is any mutual funds that you're investing in. That is even buying property, either for rental or for house, for your own home. It could go down. It doesn't usually happen with property, but an investment is something that you can lose, right? So when we're talking about how much you can save versus how much you can invest, I want you to think about how much you can afford to lose. That is your risk tolerance. You'll hear fancy people call it risk tolerance. That means your savings are things that you want to get and have access to. You don't want to lose them. You need to be able to get to them quickly. And you're investing. Your investments are things that you will not need anytime soon and that you are hoping will grow over time. So that's my really quick version of saving versus investing. And I will come back and talk about where you should be saving and where you might need to be investing. All right, that's all for now. Y'all take care.